Good morning, all. Welcome to my class. Today I am here with some pictures based on the chemical reactions we already discussed. So, students, you can try to identify these pictures and based on that, try to write the chemical equations. That is what we are discussing in this chapter, right? So, first picture you can see here. What is this one? And try to write their chemical equation. And then try to balance it. So from the picture, what can you see here? What did you see? Yes, easily you can identify here. It is rusting of iron. Here you can see an iron gate that is full of rust. So here, what is the reaction happening there, and what is the cause of rusting? Can you try to answer? Yes, I know. Many of you are trying to answer. You know the answer. So I'll show that one. So here you can see in this picture, you can see the rusted iron gate. So that is an example of oxidation or corrosion. So in this chapter, you studied corrosion also. So corrosion means metals are reacting with oxygen or atmospheric moisture and changing to their oxide. That is what known as corrosion. Due to that corrosion or by that oxidation, the metal parts are decaying. So that is what we known as rust. So here you must study this equation. So this is the balanced equation for rusting. So here iron combines with oxygen and water. You are getting iron oxide, XH2. XH2 means a certain amount of water is also adding with this iron oxide, make the rust. So this is very important example. You must study this balanced equations. Hope you understood. Okay, we'll go for next question. So this one, identify the reaction. What is this reaction? So here what you can see, what happens when baking soda. Baking soda is added with lemon juice. You all know the answer, right? Yes. Here baking soda. What is baking soda? What's the chemical formula of baking soda? Yes, it is sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate. NaHCO3 is known as baking soda. Then what is vinegar? Yes, vinegar. Sorry, not vinegar. Here we are using lemon juice. So in lemon juice, what is it acidic or basic? Yes, lemon juice, you know, it is acid there. So here we need to identify the reaction between baking soda and an acid. So can see the answer here. So here sodium bicarbonate, that is our baking soda, that is reacting with acid in a the acid present in lemon is what? Citric acid, right? So it is citric acid. So this acid and baking soda reacts, getting carbon dioxide, water and salt. So here the gas evolved or gas produced is carbon dioxide. So due to the formation of that carbon dioxide gas, you can see the bubbles there. So you can see the bubbles there due to the formation of carbon dioxide gas. So this is the equation. The sodium bicarbonate plus acid gives salt, water and carbon dioxide. Hope you understood. So we will move to our third question. So here, identify this picture. Some changes it is shown here. You studied in this chemical reactions chapter. So what is this one? What change is shown here? Yes, it is here. This green colored subcrystals you can see here. That is actually this ferrous sulfate crystals. Ferrous sulfate crystals. Actually, this ferrous sulfate crystals heating is shown here. Then one red brown colored substance you are getting. What is this one? This is the ferric oxide, Fe2O3. So that is the reaction. Actually, ferrous sulfate contains 7 water of crystallization. There is a certain amount of water is there along with ferrous sulfate crystals. That is known as water of crystallization. So while heating that one, actually first starting this water gets evaporated and this color change into white. Then afterwards, again, if you're heating that one, that will definitely change into this one green, sorry, it is brown, red brown colored ferric oxide. Then along with that, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide gases also evolving. So this is a very important reaction while studying these different reactions. So you can see the answer here. This is the balance depletion. 2FeSO4 gives Fe2O3 plus sulfur dioxide plus sulfur trioxide. Due to the formation of this Fe2O3, you are getting that red-brown colored substance. This is also an example of thermal decomposition reaction, because by heating, this change happens or decomposition happens. So we can call it as a thermal decomposition reaction. So next, what is this one? What you can see here? Yes, you can see here one egg in vinegar. So in vinegar, what type of reaction will happen? Can you guess? You can answer this one. So eggshell, mainly the eggshell contains what? Yes, it is calcium carbonate. Eggshell means it is calcium carbonate. Then vinegar. Vinegar means what? What is vinegar? That is acetic acid. Acetic acid is vinegar. This CH3COOH is vinegar. Okay. So we can identify which type of what reaction is happening here. So here you can see this calcium carbonate combines with acetic acid. This is acetic acid or vinegar. This is our eggshell or marble. All these contains calcium carbonate. You studied the heating of calcium carbonate. What you will get? Calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Here this eggshell or calcium carbonate reacting with acetic acid, you are getting calcium acetate plus water plus carbon dioxide. So here also here carbonate there, from here you are getting carbon dioxide gas there. So due to the formation of this carbon dioxide gas, you can see the bubbles there. So this is the reaction happening there. You can study this also. Hope you understood and you like all this one. Thank you.